Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks taking on Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, as it's called, CenturyLink Field in Seattle. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Seattle Seahawks. From UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. But one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers. You're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow.
Rodgers.
You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. But for the Seahawks and Packers, the two winningest teams in the NFC during the decade that just wrapped up. And during that decade, Seattle 2 Super Bowl wins. The Packers had 1. And these two, of course, they met in the playoffs a season ago as well. And it was the Packers behind 2 touchdowns each from Devontae Adams and Aaron Jones, who beat the Seahawks 28-23.
First down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Rodgers' throw is taken in by Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
38-yard line.
That's a jet sweep. This is Adams. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. And that's complete to Lewis. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 19.
A gain of 11.
And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
First and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate. Gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that would be pinpoint here.
As I was going to, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
To Aaron Jones.
From 8 yards out. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Preston Smith there on the stop. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Carson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And defensively going with a dime set, 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense is going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Green Bay.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Seahawks' 45-yard line.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Rodgers. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Gerald McCoy busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Buying time to his left. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling.
He's got to be patient, baby. He's got to be patient. Offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. This will be from 56 yards out. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. As a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards, so many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's what you're looking for.
He lets it fly from Lockett. It's caught at the 10. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. It's a big play there for Seattle. 45 yards.
Well, big plays have been a hallmark of this offense all season, so there was no reason to think that it wouldn't continue here in this title game. Obviously, the magnitude of the event, not getting to them early.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
The 2-yard line.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
Stop short of the goal.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
They'll try to run with Carson. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was all capped off by the Chris Carson touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35.
33.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
He was taken down by...
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. Got a man, it's right. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down.
1st down.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. He was taken down by Quentin Dunbar.
2 yards.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help him at contract time.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
A short gain that doesn't get him the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. 2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
On 1st down, Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 32-yard line.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And that will be incomplete.
Wilson's pass intended.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Green Bay offense ready to take over and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
That catch good for only a couple.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And his throw here's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. That'll bring up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Throwing again, Wilson. He goes right back to Metcalf, this time complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Incomplete.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half.
41-yard
From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. And the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 20.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Carson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. They run it with Carson. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson, and he's got his man in stride, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. From the gun, it's Wilson. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. 7 yards, the pickup there. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. This is Carson. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He'll buy some time right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And able to find Dorsett. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 27-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
A gain of 6 there on first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't it?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They run again with Carson, and he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. And they have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3.
The score is Seahawks 13.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw to Valdez-Scantling over the middle.
Complete to
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
a pickup of 2 yards.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. That's going to go down as a loss of 9 on the first down play.
Gerald McCoy tackled back at the 28-yard line.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. The left side completion to Jones. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Now it's Lockett. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Seahawks take back over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Rodgers pass.
A gain of 6 there on first.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult.
Oh, and Lewis lost the football. And the Seahawks have recovered.
Rodgers pass complete. A fumble on the play. Recovered by the Seahawks.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Offense. You gotta be kidding me.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. To throw is Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
They completed the screen, but one of the things you worry about is can the quarterback get rid of the ball before he's actually tackled? So your offensive linemen have to hold up the rushers a little bit because you want to make sure you keep your guy's jersey clean throughout the game.
And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. That goes a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 28. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. On 1st down, Carson. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, 27 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. Here's Wilson. And he's brought down.
Conversion is score Seahawks 21, Packers 7.
So they elect to pass there on the two-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the fourth quarter, this possession gigantic. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Got an open man, it's Valdez-Scantling. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
First down.
Rodgers now to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, first down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. And again, it's Rodgers. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw again. Rodgers. And right with it here over the middle.
Rodgers back.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Carson, and this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Made by Christian Kirksey. A gain of a yard. On
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. He lets it fly for Lockett. This is caught inside the 15. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Makes the score Seahawks.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packers offense set to go. Their backs really against the wall now. And we knew how tough it would be for them. You're coming on the road, NFC title game, crazy environment, and certainly just not looking good here in the 4th. And this one complete right side to Funchess. 23 yards, the final tally. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On first down, Rodgers. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Lazard.
Rodgers now on first down. He's going to let it fly. Touchdown, Packers. Jarius Wright, 41 yards. And the Packers get a score closer.
Extra point.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 48-yard line.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in.
They will take a knee here and cue the celebrations. They are off to the Super Bowl.
Loss of a yard.
And the crowd on its feet, and understandably so. They are Super Bowl bound after taking that knee.
How about the ability to celebrate not just winning a championship, but to do it with your fans on your home field? What a great collaboration for them all year long.
And they get to hoist the Hallis Trophy. Unbelievable victory. Moving on to the Super Bowl.
I only hope that these players understand exactly who is behind that trophy. George S. Hallis, one of the creators of this great game of football of ours and creator of the NFL. What an amazing feeling and an amazing accomplishment.
And that does it for the conference championship. For